Exodus chapter 35 verse 30 to 36 verse 7. Then Moses said to the people of Israel, See, the Lord has called by name Bezalel the son of Uri, the son of Hur, of the tribe of Judah, and he has filled him with the Spirit of God, with skill, with intelligence, with knowledge, and with all craftsmanship, to devise artistic designs, to work in gold and silver and bronze, in cutting stones for setting, and in carved wood, for work in every skilled craft. And he has inspired him to teach both him and Oholiab, the son of Ahisamach, of the tribe of Dan. He has filled them with skill to do every sort of work done by an engraver, or by a designer, or by an embroiderer in blue and purple and scarlet yarns and fine twined linen, or by a weaver, by any sort of workman or skilled designer. Bezalel and Oholiab, and every craftsman in whom the Lord has put skill and intelligence to know how to do any work in the construction of the sanctuary, shall work in accordance with all that the Lord has commanded. And Moses called Bezalel and Oholiab, and every craftsman in whose mind the Lord had put skill, everyone whose heart stirred him up to come to do the work. And they received from Moses all the contribution that the people of Israel had brought for doing the work on the sanctuary. They still kept bringing him freewill offerings every morning, so that all the craftsmen who were doing every sort of task on the sanctuary came, each from the task that he was doing, and said to Moses, The people bring much more than enough for doing the work that the Lord has commanded us to do. So Moses gave command, and word was proclaimed throughout the camp, Let no man or woman do anything more for the contribution for the sanctuary. So the people were restrained from bringing, for the material they had was sufficient to do all the work and more. In today's passage, God calls specific people and gives them the skills and knowledge necessary to build the tabernacle. What is interesting is that Bezalel was gifted with the craftsmanship to work with gold, silver, bronze, stones, and wood, while Oholiab was gifted with the ability to engrave and weave designs for the linen work. Likewise, God appoints the members of the church to serve in different parts of the ministry to build up the body of Christ. Ephesians chapter 4 verse 11 and 12 says, And he gave the apostles, the prophets, the evangelists, the shepherds and teachers to equip the saints for the work of ministry, for building up the body of Christ. Today's passage also shows how the people of Israel began to bring much more offering than was necessary for the building of the tabernacle. The amazing thing is that the ones that noticed the surplus of offering and asked for the stopping of the gifts were the craftsmen that were chosen and gifted by God's Spirit to oversee the work. The leadership of the church, those that are called to serve in different parts of the ministry, also have the obligation and wisdom from the Lord to lead the church in harmony and in truth. Just as it was necessary to let the Israelites rest from excessive giving, the leadership of the church ought to wisely care for the members of the church. Hebrews chapter 13 verse 17 says, Obey your leaders and submit to them, for they are keeping watch over your souls, as those who will have to give an account. Let them do this with joy and not with groaning, for that would be of no advantage to you. As we meditate on how the Lord leads His chosen people, how God leads and builds up His church, let us seek the wisdom of God to use the gifts that He has given us wisely as ones called to give an account.